He said it loud enough for the music to pause. "I'd rather kiss my dog than kiss you." The laughter tore through the air, sharp, clean, merciless. Even the chandelier seemed to tremble with it. His friends, their wives, all of them clutching their glasses, pretending it was just banter. And me, smiling, my lipstick steady, my pulse measured. He thought he'd humiliated me. He didn't realize humiliation has an echo, and I always listen for it. When he added, "You don't even meet my standards. Stay away from me," the laughter grew louder. That's when I smiled wider. Because that's when it began. Before the party, before the cruelty, there was love. Or what I mistook for it. He used to send me morning texts before I opened my eyes. He'd leave coffee on my nightstand, the exact amount of sugar I liked, 1½ spoons. He made me feel chosen, special. Then one morning he stopped. It wasn't sudden, it was a quiet erosion. Little things disappearing. The texts, the touch, the attention. I told myself it was stress, work, exhaustion. The excuses we make for the people who stop loving us are often more detailed than their reasons. Then came the nights he came home late. The smell of perfume I didn't wear. The faint trace of lipstick I didn't own. He swore I was imagining things. That paranoia was unbecoming of me. I almost believed him, until the message lit up his phone. Last night was worth every lie. No name, just that, but enough. I didn't cry, I didn't throw things, I simply memorized the words, and then I deleted the message. I wanted him to think he was safe. Revenge doesn't begin with anger, it begins with silence. I stopped questioning him, stopped reacting. I laughed at his jokes again, played the good wife, the quiet listener. He relaxed into it, the fool mistaking calm for forgiveness. While he was busy believing I was broken, I was busy building. I started with the finances. His company, his accounts, everything was joint, everything with my signature on it. I moved pieces quietly, legally, shifted shares, froze lines, rerouted funds. Every move precise, invisible. Then I collected proof. The affair wasn't just emotional, it was professional. She was a client, married, powerful, reckless. Screenshots, receipts, security footage, all neatly stored in a drive he didn't know existed. He once told me, "You'd be lost without me." So I decided to let him experience the opposite. The night of the party was my stage. His friends, his business partners, the people he lived to impress were all there. I wore red, the color he once said made me look too desperate. I wanted his eyes on me when I destroyed him. The music played. I asked him to dance. He hesitated, smirked, and finally agreed. I leaned in like it was old times. The crowd watched, the perfect couple, laughing. Then he said it, the words that broke the illusion. "I'd rather kiss my dog than kiss you." Laughter, mockery, a chorus of people too afraid to side with silence. I let them laugh, let him bask in his cruelty. Then I leaned forward, close enough for him to smell the calm on my breath, and I said, "You should have kissed the dog. She's the only one he'll still be around when you lose everything." The laughter stopped. I straightened my dress, raised my glass, and turned to his business partner, the one whose wife I'd already informed about the affair. "By the way," I said lightly, "you might want to check your company shares in the morning. Things are about to shift." I walked out before the first phone rang. The fallout was poetic. Within 48 hours, the board called an emergency meeting. The scandal leaked. Emails, transactions, the affair. His client dropped him. The company cut ties. The press feasted. He lost everything in increments. His job, his reputation, his friends. When he came home, if you could call the wreck he stood in a home, he begged for a chance to explain. His voice cracked, his eyes wet, his arrogance gone. I handed him the divorce papers. "You said I didn't meet your standards," I whispered, so I raised mine. Now, when people ask what happened to us, I tell them the truth. We danced. He mocked me. I smiled. That's all they need to know. But sometimes, late at night, I replay that moment. The laughter, the sting, the silence after my words. I remember how still the room became, how every face froze, how he realized, too late, that I wasn't the one being laughed at. He thought he was untouchable. He forgot I was listening. Some words sting, but mine cut deeper. And the best part? He never saw the blade.